Now, becoming a rock solid iron player is much simpler than you think it is. Hitting those nice ball and turf shots every single time, like you see the top players do, is very, very achievable. But what we have to do is copy what those top players in the world do at the top of their backswing with what their body is like. And that is staying nice and centered in your backswing. So this is huge. We'll see most of all the top players in the world stay incredibly centered as they turn. They might still be getting their weight transferring or their pressure into their trail side, but they are staying really on top here. So like here, I'm going to hit a shot and we're going to freeze it at the top of my backswing. I'm going to draw a red line through the middle of my body called the center line here at setup, and let's see where I'm at. So we could see there, top of the backswing, incredibly centered. Now, iron play is by far the best part of my golf game. And since I started becoming more centered, it's consistently always at a high level. So why that makes it so much easier, staying nice and centered, is because we know in the downswing, to be able to hit ball and turf, we need the lowest point of our swing arc to get after the golf ball. How we do that is by shifting our weight left in the downswing. When we shift our weight left, that moves the lowest point of the swing arc forward. So if I stay more centered at the top of my backswing, I now have to do less movement onto my lead side to be able to hit ball and turf. So if there's now less movement I have to do to move my lower point forward, to get myself shifting, that's ultimately going to be more consistent. This is how you see all those top players. They very, very rarely hit fat shots. It's very, very uncommon, or thin shots, overly thin. Saying that, probably the last person I remember doing it is Rory McIlroy. And what does Rory McIlroy do at times? He has a little bit of a move off the golf ball, but he makes it work. He's an elite player. But if he doesn't time that right coming through the shot, it's going to fat it. So that's where we see a lot of players have this over shift into their right side because of that concept of moving the weight all the way onto the right side, and then they have to move this incredible distance back to be able to even get good contact to get yourself shifting enough to get the low point forward. Just got to always remember, the lowest point of your swing arc is really going to be right around where your left pec is. So if that left pec is level with the golf ball at impact, where's your low point going to be? It's going to be level with the golf ball. Where's the club going to be doing before that? It's going to most likely be entering the ground before it gets to its lowest point. So that's why getting yourself in front of the golf ball is so important. Left pec is now way in front, so my lowest point's going to be around here. That's why staying centered is going to be so important. Where's my left pec? It's on top of the golf ball. I have to move now this much to be able to shift it enough to be able to hit good golf shots. So I can hear you loud and clear. I know you're saying, where's this drill? Get on with it. Here it is. So here we go. All we do, we have an alignment stick or a swing plate, and we have quite a long one. So I've got the extension pole attachment, the swing plate. There is a link in the description if you want to get one of these. So well, I have this just outside the right-hand side of my head. So now if I come back in the backswing and I move too much away, I'm going to hit it. So all I want to do is not hit it in the backswing. I want to move away from it a little bit in the downswing. That's it. So don't hit this stick is the moral of this story here. If you don't hit it in the backswing, you're still going to shift enough in the downswing. So you'll most likely only have to think, don't hit this in the backswing of my head. Boom, there we go. Great. That's the drill. Simple, simple drill. Like I said, this is a much easier thing to be able to achieve than a lot of people think. You don't need to have this, tall athleticism that you see. You don't need it. You just need to stay centered, and your body's going to shift a little bit easier in the downswing like we see with those pros. It is really quite easy, once you get a lot of practice of this, to have repeatable ball striking over and over again. First hand, I know this. I used to be a terrible ball striker. Worst part of my game by far it was. Now it's so solid, it's there every time I play a round of golf. Can't remember the last time I fatted one. Saying that, I'm probably going to fat it the next time I go play, most likely. It's how the golfing gods work, isn't it? So, here we go. Didn't hit it in my head. Nice strike of that shot. Low point would have given forward. It's just easier to do. So, absolutely. Do this drill. If you want to become a rock solid iron player, it seems simple, and it is. It really is. So, get that good practice in with it, and you will become better. So, if you enjoyed this video, click that like button if you want more golf instruction just like this. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. So, quickest way to get those scores lower, being a better iron player, you know what to do.